Really.
I don't know what you're talking about. Is this some kind of loyalty test or something? I'm just doing what I'm told to do. Is there something wrong with that?
I have more important things to do than to try to trick you. I am asking you sincerely, as a friend, who are you?
All right. I'll try to trust you. Maybe I'm not King Sigismund's most ardent supporter.
I knew it! I could tell straight away that you were cleverer than others in this camp.
You're pleased? Aren't you a courtier of his?
It was not my first choice. Or do you think I long to spend half my life in some dirty tent?
Thank you, CX. Appreciate it, buddy.
How did you come to be in Sigismund's court?
That is a long story. I once served Sultan Bayezid. Although the Osmans are not that welcoming to my people, the Sultan at the time received envoys from all over the world, so I was useful. But soon after, we found ourselves at war with Timur and his Golden Horde. Luckily, that is, luckily for me, it was around then that Sigismund's messenger came to see the Sultan. And I managed to persuade the Sultan to send me to Hungary as a goodwill gesture. I am sure you understand that I did not want to wait for Timur's savages to cut my head off. But let us just say that King Sigismund did not show me the respect my position is worthy of. Instead of making me his counselor and physician, he sent me here.
Well, you could go elsewhere if you don't like it here. I know a few people who would value someone like you.
I am grateful to you, my friend. But I must refuse. I have had many experiences in life and come out of them alive. And do you know why? Because I am a total coward. And not just that, I am duly proud of it. I would be very happy to get away from here and perhaps even return home, but only when I am sure I will survive the journey. So I think it will be best if we each go our own way.
You know nothing. I know nothing.
And this conversation never took place.
I better go.
I love this character.
Good luck.
He's such a, he's like,
depending on you.
He's such a badass. Everything about him is such a badass. Okay, so now we're going back to Stephen Crow's tent. This is interesting. I wonder if we can... Oh, hey, Shakaloo.
Hey, look at CohhCarnage. It's my 11th year anniversary. Starting back from Rust and Dark Soul bonfire celebrations, to many more memories to come, at least 11 more. I'm an old boy now closing to 40, was a young 20 SMTH-year-old when I started watching you. Time passed by quick.
I tell you, it sure did, man. Thank you for your 11 years, dude. Insane. Thanks a lot, buddy.
I'd like to ask a couple of questions about Chertan's murder.
I have a couple of questions of my own. What actually happened?
Oh, wait.
It's even more complicated than that. But I don't have time to explain it to
We
you.
messed this
Go
quest
ahead and
up.
ask then, but
We messed this quest up. I was not supposed to... I'm actually kind of concerned at this point. We weren't supposed to find all this stuff out. I'm a little worried we broke it. Lucky Sherlock says, same thing happened to me. Is it going to be okay? It'll be fine? Okay, good. Good. Chat's saying it's going to be okay. All right.
We're
going to go ahead and talk to all
was
this.
poisoned.
where do you think?
Thank you,
In
Scully
my
Q.
tent. After I helped take him to the infirmary with Musa, I went my own way.
But you just went off to have a nap.
No, I doubled the guard, drew up the orders for tomorrow, and made sure nobody was allowed to leave the camp. When something like this happens, people like me have lots to do all of a sudden.
Duke of Sands, thank you very much. Also saw the message from Prophet. Thank you to both of you guys. Really appreciate it, dudes.
It was you who came to tell us that Chertan had been stabbed, wasn't it? How did you get involved in the first place?
Me? I was close by, that's all. My tent is right below the palisade. And when the two guards found Chertan, they ran to get me.
Nope.
Hold on.
Yep.
The two guards said otherwise. They said they found Chertan and were discussing what to do when you turned up. by yourself?
Is that what they said? It's possible. I can't remember now. It all happened so fast.
Guy's so sketchy
And
anyway.
anyway, how am I supposed to remember all this shit? Maybe I heard them and went to see what was going on.
Are you sure you don't want to tell me what really happened?
All right. You want the truth, so I'll tell you the truth. In fact, I really was up top. It's because I had to keep an eye on you.
Me? Why, for Christ's sake?
You really don't know? You may have been given our colours, but you're still a stranger. I didn't want you running around unsupervised. But it seems you're a decent fella, so don't fuck it up
Dude,
now.
he just Uno reversed us. That's great. We're like, we suspect you. And he's like, really? I suspect you. And we're like, oh, God, you do? And he was like, yeah, but I think you're pretty cool now. And we're like, oh, okay, thanks. Moving on anyway. No, thanks, man.
Tell me more about the storage space.
What about it? There's a cannon and some powder there. We built it a few days after we arrived because it's a good idea to keep that kind of stuff safe. If it blew up,
that's fair.
the whole place would be blown to smithereens. And if someone didn't happen to set fire to it, someone else might have robbed it. Folk are like magpies.
Oh, except for you, the crow.
Very droll. Never heard that one before. Aye, but now I'll ask you something. Who do you think did it?
Well, it's too soon to be certain. So everyone is a suspect. To tell the truth, there's something about your story that doesn't feel right.
My story? Fuck. Henry, why would I want to kill Chertan?
I don't know. I'm just saying that everyone is a suspect.
Well, you better be fucking certain before you try landing me in the shit. Got that?
What a weird thing to say. You better make sure you have evidence. So if I get brought in, they don't let me go. Okay? Yeah. All right.
Water smells of flowers of some kind. Like roses?
Wait a second.
Oak. And dry as a
We
bone.
saw like some weird flower plant outside the back of his.
Nails. Is Crow planning on building a cottage instead of a tent? But they're covered in some kind of dirt. Hold on. Nails, rosewater, oak bark. They're all used to brew Kiss of Death.
Hi. No. Okay. Can I take any of this stuff? I can't. Okay. Let's go search. We'll search all these people. Yeah.
Nothing out of the ordinary. No, I doubt that pair of drunks could have killed Chertan even if they wanted to. Just a broom. Ugh, stinks of vomit.
Ew. Okay. I can't talk to him again. Maybe we have to do the next step of the quest first. Hey, Point, what's up, buddy?
For pain, exhaustion, fever, all healing remedies. I wouldn't mind a piece of that. Beautiful, but empty. No poison.
Interesting. We definitely... Oh. Okay.
There's nothing here. Musa's definitely not to blame.
What do you think are which do you think has a better side quest, KCD2 or Witcher 3? Ooh. So I really like KCD's very immersive approach. All of the side quests in this game feel like they're, oh god, don't cook the dog. All the side quests in this game feel like they're really sunk into the world. They all make a lot of sense. They all really fit what you're doing. And given the world and context, the immersion is just completely next level. That being said, Witcher 3 I felt had far more variance in their side questing. Like, I really didn't know what to expect in Witcher 3, and it constantly would surprise me. This game, I feel like, although it does have surprises, it's not quite as much. I feel like this one is more focused on the experience and like the immersive elements of the questing, where Witcher 3 is a bit more
Keep the peace, and we'll
sensational with its content, if that makes sense. Yeah. So I wouldn't say one is really doing it much better than the other, but they're taking like a different approach to them in a lot of ways. Can you imagine if the side quests here were done by Bethesda? Well, no, I wouldn't know that, because if they were Bethesda side quests, I wouldn't do them. No, I'm just kidding. I will say, though, that between Witcher 3 and KCD2, if you do bring Bethesda questing into the game, it doesn't really compare. Yeah. Same way I'd feel about, like, Cyberpunk and Baldur's Gate 3. Like, the questing in those games is just not, it's just not the same as Bethesda games. But, you know, to put it bluntly, the creation engine kind of sucks for immersion. Honestly, you know, a part of me really wants to like see a day when Bethesda gets off the creation engine, because I feel in some ways it's muzzling them a bit. Like, I feel like Starfield kind of sucked because they forced the creation engine. Like, that was one of the reasons it sucked, because they tried to jam that procedural system into the creation engine. It just didn't work. It just wasn't good. Like, it was some weird half-assed procedural, half-assed handmade, and nobody really wants that. You know, we want full-ass everything, or at least full-ass one thing. Just don't half-ass it, you know. But they kind of had to, because their engine was not really made for that stuff. So, well, I say that, but it's also like one of the most moddable engines. I don't know. It's yeah. It's just so easy. Like, all creation engine games, especially these days, just look so dated. It's just so dated. It's pretty terrible. Anyway, hi. How'd you find the church?
How did you find Chertan, actually?
We heard yelling, so we went to take a look. I don't miss nothing, see? And there was Chertan, crawling in pool of the blood and babbling something. But I don't understand that gibberish, do I?
Before the murder, did you see anyone hanging around by the powder store? Doing something with the lock, maybe? Or already inside, even?
Nobody went up there the whole night. I'm telling you, we was watching like hawks.
There were two of you on guard duty, yeah? What's the other soldier like?
Him? He's a good pal of mine. The best in the whole camp. Always happy to listen to what I have to say, and that's plenty, believe me. The things I've seen since we left Prague. I'd never have dreamt of some of the things I've seen in this world.
You know, Grumpy, I think you might be right in a lot of ways.
I don't blame the engine. I just think that Bethesda's design philosophy is outdated now.
I mean, you can definitely tell with Starfield, they have a template that they like to recreate. And yeah, it's interesting to see how other companies have kind of really iterated on the template, while Bethesda is kind of stoically stuck to it.
He's the camp commander, but it looks like a pauper lives here. I reckon Grozav's fallen on hard times. Oh, that's Valerian, I believe. It helps relieve pain, but it's also used to make Dollmaker potion. But Chertan was poisoned with Kiss of Death. Or was he?
Uh-oh. The hell? Bandits brigandine? Taking your 2 groceries.
Could we talk about Chertan's murder?
Why?
Musa is under lock and key, and the king's deputy himself is coming for him. Leave me in peace, or you might end up like him.
But sir, we both know whatever happened with the poison wine, Musa can't have stabbed Chertan. I want to find out who else is involved in this. After all, you too could be in danger till this is all cleared up. I just have a couple of questions. I won't keep you long. You'll see.
Oh, get on with it then, for fuck's sake. But if you think you can persuade me to let Musa go, you're out of luck.
Wow, not bad.
Hey, Faint Tim.
Cyberpunk 2077 is done. Found your cameo and died laughing. Did 100% clear easily. One of my favorite games of all time now. Love the stream and your community. Looking forward to KCD2 cinema ending.
I appreciate that, buddy. And thank you for tipping the mod team, dude. Thank you, thank you. How do you compare KCD2 to Cyberpunk? Very similar in a lot of ways. KCD2 is much more immersive. But Cyberpunk is, I'd say, especially mechanically, a little more, well, they're different takes on the same thing, and I really like both of them. Faintin with a 5, thank you. Especially since 2.0 and the expansion of Cyberpunk, like it is like these. I would say that KCD2 is the medieval fantasy sandbox, where Cyberpunk is the sci-fi dystopian futuristic sandbox, and they both do a fantastic job. Yep. I also like how they're both historically accurate. How did you get involved in the stabbing?
How come you got to the site of the stabbing so quickly?
My tent is right next to it, you rat-faced half-wit. I heard Chertan
Jesus.
yelling, and I went to take a look.
Did you notice anything strange?
Like what, a stabbed man?
Well, didn't you hear anything, if your tent is so close by? Maybe Chertan was talking to someone there.
I'm a nobleman, not some prying old crone who listens at doors. What's more, you, Cats and Musa were making such a racket that it's a miracle we even found Chertan. Is there anything else? Or can I have some peace at last?
Were you there when Chertan was poisoned?
No, not at that moment. When I arrived, Chertan was already dead, and Musa was standing over him, white as a sheet.
Okay.
Well, paler than usual.
There it is. Had Chertan been behaving strangely recently?
Had Chertan been behaving strangely recently?
No more than usual.
Did he mention having any conflicts with anyone?
Apart from me, you mean? I don't know how you imagine it, but we don't exactly go round holding hands here.
Yeah, Madrika, I'm now a little bit worried that because we told Musa that it was the kiss of death, I wonder if we should have told him it was the Valerian one. And I'm a little concerned now that we may have messed that up, because I didn't realize at the time I was supposed to be doing that.
I took a look at the powder store where they found Chertan. I noticed it was unlocked. Someone forced the lock and moved the barrels of powder around.
What's that got to do with me?
Well, it almost looks like someone went there to steal. Do you have any idea who it might have been?
What the fuck are you trying to suggest?
Well, it's just that Katz is in charge of the powder, and he's bound to be interested if someone was stealing. And I'm sure he wouldn't be happy if I told him I didn't ask you, the commander, about it. Then he'd have to do the asking. And that will probably annoy him plenty.
Oh, all right then. There's something I suppose you should know. I like to gamble now and again. And it's true, I don't have much luck. But stealing, I'm a nobleman. Just because I had to sell off a few pieces of land. Everyone
You had to sell off
treats me
land
like a
for your
leper
gambling
all
debts?
of a sudden.
So why would Sigismund put you in charge of the camp?
As punishment. Stuck here with all this riffraff, supplies running thin, pay nowhere to be seen, and to cap it all, it's dull as fuck. A nice recipe for trouble. And that's just what that royal horse son is counting on. Oh, he can't wait till something goes wrong here so he can blame me for it.
So you don't know anything about the black powder?
The worst part is, with that being said, we're about to make this guy's life miserable. Like, oh, we're about to take his cannon, Be a traitor. We've already done terrible things in here. Like, oh God, we're gonna ruin this, man.
Nothing. And
Poor
you
guy.
don't know anything about me. Got that? One word and you'll be sorry.
Do you know anyone who might want to kill Chotan?
Who wouldn't? He was a smug, ill-mannered bastard.
Said the pot.
Though I have to admit, I'm surprised it was the Sawbones Musa who killed him.
How could he have? He was with me and Katz when Chotan was stabbed.
So he was in league with someone. How do I know?
I found this dagger close to the place where Chotan was stabbed. Have you seen it before?
All the time. Every other soldier in this camp has one like that.
You too, then?
I'm not every other soldier, you ill-mannered cur.
Jeez. Okay. Prepare to defend Musa at the trial. Are we done? Uh-oh. Check the Churton's tent? I don't have the Churton's tent. I have no other waypoints. Let's go check on Catherine.
You're always welcome here, noble sir.
Hmm. Did I plant the flower at the Churton? No, no. I unfortunately, I think I messed this quest up a little bit, but I'm hoping it's going to end okay. We considered doing the dagger smelling thing with Mutt really early, and by doing that, we found out Crow was the murderer like way before we should have, I think, which has caused some problems. we have caused some problems. Yeah.
You're always welcome here, noble sir.
I gotta see if I can find this guy's tent by myself. Have we done Crow's tent? Twice.
Oh, excuse me.
Excuse me. Sir. Good sir. Alright, well, I have no idea where this guy's tent is, so. Turns back in the upper area. Oh, he's up here. Okay. My hope is that we've done enough to be able to, and my hope is that we've done enough to make whatever we need to work. Maybe we've gotten enough positive things.
You silly doggy.
Moo. Oh. Most honorable man in command of the military Camp Gutenberg by the noble Grozav von Bermica hereby confirms this letter that he has received the sum of 6 3 scores from the Cuman Churton and is therefore obliged to pay his debt duly. Oh. Oh my. Take that. Okay, anything else to get here? Can we go talk to him about this? Let's see. I can't talk to him about it. Okay. All right, so what I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to do another hard save. And we're going to try whatever this thing is. And we're going to see how bad this is messed up. And then we're going to do all over again if it doesn't work well. Hey, Shammy Jeff, what's up, buddy? Okay, so how do I actually trigger this quest? Just did a hard save. There's a Henry quality armor in Churton's tent? Really? All right, I'm just going to see if this works first.
Right. I found out all I could. I reckon I'm as ready for the trial.
My word, you're bristling with confidence. We still have some time, so calm down, or you'll give yourself a fit. In the meantime, I'll go and get everything ready.
Well then, gentlemen. I understood from your letter roughly what happened, and I trust we can settle the matter quickly and quietly. But before we get started, I have to say you've disappointed me, Sir Grozav. King Sigismund placed his trust in you, but you don't seem to be up to the task.
That's not true. I took a few tattered tents and turned them into a proper military camp. Everything here is as it should be.
Only your soldiers seem to die from time to time, eh?
There are always problems, but as you can see, I can deal with them. We caught Musa of Mali in the act. You just need to pronounce judgment.
Musa is innocent.
Christ, Henry, be quiet.
And who might you be?
That is Henry, sir. One of my best soldiers. He just doesn't know when to keep his mouth shut.
True.
Let him speak, then. I'm sure he has something very important to tell us. Tell me, lad, why is Musa innocent, in your opinion?
Sir, people don't murder each other for no reason. They murder mostly for revenge or profit, and Musa had no motive. You can ask everyone in the camp. Musa never had any quarrel with Chertan.
But if it wasn't Musa, who did kill Chertan?
All the money.
Chertan was killed by the camp commander, Grozav of Boromlaka.
What?
You scum! How dare you!
Silence!
You aren't going to let this peasant insult me, are you, sir? You should cut him down to size.
That can wait. First, I want to know how he came up with this insolent claim. And start at the beginning. What happened that night by the powder store, by your reckoning?
Oh! I can't say about the note I found. This one.
So Grozav was most likely trying to steal black powder. It's very valuable, and often gets stolen, I've heard. But Chertan caught him in the act. There was a fight, and that's how it ended.
Me? Stealing? What impudence!
What do you base this on?
Sir Grozav's passion for gambling is common knowledge. But the dice haven't been kind to him recently, and he's run up lots of debts that he can't pay off.
That's the limit! I'll have your tongue ripped out for this insolence!
But Sir Grozav, why are you getting so worked up over this simple fellow? You don't have anything to hide, do you?
Me? Of course not.
See then? We shall continue. What happened next? You carried Chertan to the infirmary? Isn't that right, Sir Musa?
Yes, sir. There, I gave him wine to drink, and I prepared to stitch his wounds, but he died before I could.
It seems someone poisoned the poor fella.
Grozav went to the infirmary a little before me and Katz. He could easily have had time to poison the wine Musa gave to Chertan.
What say you, Sir Musa?
It cannot be ruled out.
Well, Sir Grozav, what actually
McTribble.
happened?
Why are you all still listening to that dung grubber? Where would I get hold of poison?
You brewed it up yourself. You have lots of poisonous plants in your tent. You can go and see for yourself, sir. He has a chest full of them.
You fucking liar!
Silence! I've heard more than enough. Sir Grozav, you will come with me.
Me?
The king will not stand for wrongdoing among his nobles. That must be punished.
But I didn't do anything!
Don't make this harder than it need be.
Keep away from me!
Calm now, sir.
Oh, no, chat. I am fully aware that Crow is the person who did it. Yep.
Calm down.
Shut up, you worm! It's all your fault anyway. I won't let you put this on me. You hear?
You're mine!
Well, Sir Stibor, one problem is cleared up, and another one takes its place.
I wouldn't say that. We've rid the king of one idiot. It's just a pity Cherton had to die because of it. And I apologize to you, Sir Musa, for the unpleasantness you suffered.
My head will remain on my shoulders. That is the main thing.
What will happen to the camp now?
That is not your concern. I will personally take command. You just get rid of the corpse and clear out the royal tent for me.
With pleasure. We won't be staying long anyway, will we, Henry?
As you command, sir.
Then I do command, soldier. Go and pack.
Have I got time to stop by the baths? There's something I need to sort out there.
All right, but hurry. I don't intend to make the journey in the dark just because you want to dip your wick one last time.
Sir.
Excuse me.
Jeez.
Everything all right, Sir Stibor?
No need to
I mean, can I
worry.
loot him?
Just because I spend all day sitting on my rear end doesn't mean I've forgotten how
What's
to
wrong with
halt.
you? You can't rob the dead.
I don't know what you're talking about. What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. Oh my lord. I have no idea what that man was possibly talking about. Chat, it's been a freaking pleasure. Thank you for hanging out with me a little bit today. I appreciate it. Stream felt pretty good. I definitely can tell I'm not at full energy. And I hope that's been okay. But yeah, today was a good stream back. So that was fun. It was a lot of fun. I should be back. I'm probably going to take the cozy off, but I should be back tomorrow morning. I'm gonna shoot for 8 a.m., but honestly, like it may be 9 or 10. We'll see. I'm gonna take it real
Let's
slow.
hear some applause.
Not rushing anything. I want to get back to 100%. Then we'll hit the ground running. But as always, thank you guys so much for being here. Really do appreciate your time. Really do appreciate your patience. I'm gonna kick you guys over to Passco for the rest of the day for the hang out and watch some more Kingmaker. And I will see you guys then for more fun and games. Have a great rest of your day.